where do I begin? It was a beautiful, sunny summer afternoon, and we had just had two of our biggest deliveries at the same time, right as soon as I came back from lunch break. So I had been dealing with those. I still hadn't even put everything away yet. I was in the middle of putting everything away when a man walks in the door in broad fucking daylight, and he is covered head to toe in black. He's got a hoodie, beanie, mask, just like this without the spikes. And immediately he points a gun right at me, right in my face. Like I looked down the barrel of a gun. I was looking down the barrel. Like I could still remember it so clearly in my head the way it looked. Like it was definitely real. Holy shit. I've never looked down the barrel of a gun like that before. So anyway, he points a gun in my face and he goes, "Give me all the money in the register." And mind you, I'm not even by the register. So I'm kind of freaking out a little bit at this point. I'm like, whoa, I got my hands up like this, like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, hey man, what the fuck? And he's like, "Give me all the money in the register." And he keeps pushing me and like looking at me, insisting. And I'm like baffled because I'm not by the register. There's another person by the register. And he keeps pointing it at me and he keeps looking at me and advancing towards me. And I'm like, dude, why are you pointing the gun at me? I'm not even by the register. And I can't believe I said that. Immediately after those words came out of my mouth, I felt like this guilt response. Like, holy shit, I can't believe I said that. Did I just throw my coworker onto the bus? But I'm trying to... No, that's not how I meant it. It meant it more like, I can't give you the money. He's the one that's going to give you the money. Stop advancing towards me is like how it came in my head. It came out weird. Anyway, as soon as his attention went to my coworker, it was David. And he's a pro, but he's actually never been robbed before. So he was like, "Hey, it's my first time now." And as soon as his attention was on David, I ran and I called 911. Like immediately. Grabbed my phone out of my pocket. I ran behind the corner because I was afraid that if he saw me calling, he might do or say something to hurt David. So I ran, called 911. Oh, I was like, "Yo, we just got robbed at gunpoint," because that's the gunpoint is the trigger word that they need to hear to like kick their asses in gear. And they were here immediately. It was so quick, holy shit. But the dude is already gone. By the time I even like connected with the operator, he was gone out the door down the street. David ran out to just see where he went, but it's always behind the building. It's always the same way. Every time someone robs or shoplifts us, they run away the same way behind the building where the other apartments are. And it doesn't even mean that they live in those apartments. Most people, they just cut through that way to go towards where the supermarket is because it's more hidden and harder to follow them. So that all happened. I had my first robbery as a manager. I had to deal with that. I was kind of freaking out. I had to call the office lady to help me through what to do with the money because I was worried actually that there was no money, but he only took the 20s and 10s in the register. That's all he wanted. So he fortunately got away with way less than what we actually had. We still had a ton of 1s and 5s in the till and like a shitload of quarters untouched. So I didn't have to do that thing where I borrow money from the safe to return later. Fortunately, it was, whoa. Oh, that was cute. I saw a tiny little snake on the ground. He's gone. He ran away from me because I'm a big scary predator. So, yeah, I did that. Had a hard time sleeping last night. But the good news is this is the first time that we have been robbed since September of last year. It has been like 10 months. That's great. That's great. I should be counting my lucky stars and counting my lucky stars that it happened when there were two of us on shift and not only one person. Counting my lucky stars no one was hurt. That's that. I have to. I'm actually gonna be late to work this morning. I hope you can see the. Yes, there. That was cool. Okay. Bye.